Hello everyone, today we are watching the movie Ex Machina. In the beginning, we see a man named Caleb. He is working on his computer when a pop-up appears. It looks like he won a prize. The prize he won is a week in a vacation home with the owner of the company he works for. We see him flying in a helicopter to get to the house. Caleb gets there and the house makes a picture of him. Then it prints out a key card with his face on it and gives it to Caleb. Caleb gets in the house and we see a man. The man's name is Nathan, and he is the boss of the company. This is the first time they meet, and the guys introduce themselves. Nathan gives Caleb a tour of the house and shows him a bedroom he can sleep in. Nathan is working on a robot and doesn't want information about it to be leaked. He needs Caleb to sign a form that says that he won't tell anyone about it. The reason Caleb is here is because he needs to test the robot if it is realistic. Then we see the room of Nathan. There are cameras all around the house and Nathan can see everything on his monitor. He can even look in Caleb's room, so there is no privacy. The scene switches to Caleb. He is walking around the house and sees a bullet hole in the glass. He thinks it is strange, but doesn't do anything with it. He looks forward and sees the robot he is going to test. They meet, and her name is Eva. The first session with the robot begins, and they talk for a bit. While this is happening, Nathan is watching them from his room. Caleb goes to bed and turns on the television. He sees Eva on the TV, and she is standing in a room. She puts her hand on the wall and the power cuts out. Caleb can't get out of his room to check what is going on. The power is back, and the door opens. Caleb gets to a room and wants to use the phone. Then we see Nathan in the same room. Nathan tells him that the power randomly cuts, and he doesn't have to worry about it. In the morning, he gets wakened by the maid of Nathan. He drinks his coffee and gets to another session with Eva. They are talking, and the power cuts again. When the power is out, all the cameras turn off too. Eva says that Nathan is a bad man and Caleb shouldn't trust him. In the next scene, Nathan and Caleb are eating dinner. Nathan asks Caleb what they were talking about when the power cut. Caleb says that there was nothing important, and Nathan thinks that is weird. The next morning, Nathan is waiting for Caleb in front of his room. He takes him to the lab where Eva was created. Nathan says that he hacked every phone on the planet to help Eva with facial expressions. Caleb thinks this is weird, but doesn't say anything about it. Then Eva and Caleb have another session. It gets personal, and she asks if he is attracted to her. Caleb is uncomfortable and says no, but the robot knows he has feelings for her. We see Nathan and Caleb talking about the session he had yesterday. Caleb thinks it is weird to give a gender to a robot, but Nathan disagrees. The maid is listening to this conversation, but doesn't say anything. Then we see the next session with Eva. Caleb says that he has been brought here to test if Eva has a conscience. She didn't know this and is sad now. Then the power cuts out again. Eva says that she is letting the power cut out so that they can talk in secret. Some time passes and Caleb has another session with the robot. They are talking when she lets the power cut again. The robot asks what will happen to her if she fails the test. But Caleb doesn't know the answer yet. Then we see Nathan and Caleb talking. Nathan says that he thinks the next model of Eva will be the final version. Caleb feels bad for her because that means she will be not around any longer. Next, Caleb and Nathan are inside the house. Nathan falls asleep and Caleb takes the key card of Nathan so he can get into every room of the house. He walks into Nathan's room and goes on his computer. He types something in code, but we don't know what it does yet. Then Caleb gets to Nathan's closet. He finds out that the closet is full of old versions of robots. The maid of Nathan is there too and reveals that she is also a robot. Caleb goes back and sees Nathan looking for his key card. He pretends to pick it up and gives it back to Nathan. Caleb is paranoid from the things he saw before and goes into his room. He is inspecting himself because he thinks he is a robot too. He cuts his arm open but doesn't see anything. Then Caleb has another session with Eva. Eva switches the power off and Caleb says that there will be another version of her. That means that she will die. Caleb also says that he is going to help her get out of the house. He makes an escape plan and says that they are getting out of here tonight. Nathan knew something was up and put a battery-powered camera near them, so when the power cuts out, he can still watch them. In this way, Nathan gets to know about the plan and confronts him. He is not mad and tells Caleb that this was the real test to figure out if Eva has a conscience of its own. Caleb is mad and feels deceived. But then he says something to Nathan. Caleb knew Nathan was watching them when the power cut out. So, he made some adjustments to the plan. Now Eva can get away safely. We see Eva walking in the house and Nathan comes up to her. She tackles him, but Nathan overpowers her. He cuts Eva's arm off, and the plan has failed. Then the Chinese maid stabs Nathan in the back. Eva takes the knife out and stabs him again. He falls down and dies. Eva replaces her broken parts with the parts of the robots Nathan built before. Now she looks like a real human. Caleb was locked up by Nathan, but Eva doesn't help him. She gets out of the house and gets picked up by the helicopter that brought Caleb here. Now we see Eva on the street and pretends to be a normal human. Thank you for watching the movie Ex Machina with us. Subscribe if you liked the video.